Still training hard but seeing little results? You're busting your ass in the gym, pushing yourself to the limit, but the gains just aren't coming. You're starting to question everything. Let me tell you, you're not alone. There's a ton of bullshit floating around out there about what it takes to build muscle and get jacked. It's like everyone's got an opinion, and most of it is straight up bro science. In this video, I'm gonna break down 5 of the biggest gym myths that are secretly destroying your progress. We're going to separate fact from fiction and get you on the right track to finally seeing the results you deserve. Still training hard but seeing little results? You might be following gym advice that's complete nonsense. In this video, I'll show you 5 gym myths that are secretly destroying your progress, and how to fix them. Alright, let's talk about this no pain, no gain bullshit. This is one of the oldest and most pervasive myths in the fitness world, and it's messed up a lot of people. Look, I get it. It sounds hardcore. It makes you feel like a warrior. But the truth is, constant soreness is not the goal. It doesn't mean you're growing. In fact, it often means the exact opposite. It means you're overtraining, you're not recovering properly, and you're setting yourself up for injury. Think about it. When you're constantly sore, your body is inflamed. It's spending all its energy trying to repair the damage, not build new muscle. It's like driving a car with the emergency brake on all the time. You might be moving, but you're putting a ton of unnecessary stress on the engine. Real progress comes from consistency, not pain. You need to find that sweet spot where you're challenging your muscles enough to stimulate growth, but not so much that you're completely wrecked for days afterward. A little soreness after a workout? That's fine, that's just your body adapting. But if you're crippled, if you can barely walk down the stairs, if you have to take a week off just to recover from your last workout, something's off. You're doing too much. Listen to your body, man, it's telling you something. And remember, recovery is just as important as training. Sleep, food, deload weeks, those build muscle too. Don't underestimate them. Let's talk about training frequency. Another myth that just won't die is this idea that you need to be hitting the gym every single day to see results. Again, it sounds hardcore, like something a pro bodybuilder would do. But the truth is, training every day is often counterproductive, even for the pros. Your muscles don't grow when you're lifting weights. They grow when you're resting and recovering. When you're lifting, you're actually creating tiny tears in your muscle fibers. It's during the rest period that your body repairs those tears and makes them stronger. If you're training every day without adequate rest, you're constantly breaking your muscles down without giving them a chance to rebuild. It's like trying to build a house without letting the concrete dry. It's just going to crumble. Even pro bodybuilders, who are often on steroids and have amazing recovery capabilities, program rest days into their routines. They know they need to give their bodies a break to allow for muscle growth. For most people, training 4 to 5 times per week with proper structure and intensity is going to be far more effective than trying to go balls to the wall every single day. Remember, muscle isn't built by ego, it's built by strategy, consistency, and giving your body what it needs to recover and grow. So, take your rest days seriously, let your body do its thing. And don't let anyone tell you that taking a day off means you're slacking. Alright, let's talk about cardio. This one is a real hot-button issue in the fitness world. You've got your hardcore lifters who think cardio is the devil, that it'll shrink your muscles and sap your gains, and then you've got your endurance junkies who think lifting weights is pointless, and that you should be running marathons every other week. The truth, as always, is somewhere in the middle. Yes, too much cardio can interfere with muscle growth, especially if you're not eating enough calories to support both activities. But moderate cardio can actually be beneficial for muscle growth. Think about it. Cardio improves your cardiovascular health, which means your heart and lungs are more efficient at delivering oxygen and nutrients to your muscles. It also helps with recovery by increasing blood flow and removing waste products from your muscles. Plus, let's not forget that a healthy heart is pretty damn important for overall health and longevity. You can't lift weights if you're dead, right? So don't be afraid of cardio. Try incorporating 2 to 3 sessions of low-intensity cardio per week, like jogging, swimming, or biking. Your recovery and endurance will improve, and you'll be doing your heart a favor in the process. And no, you won't burn muscle if you're eating a proper diet with enough protein and calories to support your activity level. Just be smart about it, listen to your body, and don't overdo it. Let's talk about supplements, shall we? This is an area where the fitness industry really preys on people's insecurities and desire for quick fixes. There's a supplement for everything these days: fat burners, testosterone boosters, pre-workouts, post-workouts, you name it, and they all promise the world. They're going to get you ripped, jacked, and shredded in no time. But here's the truth. Supplements are just that, supplements. They're not magic pills. They're not going to magically transform your body overnight, and they certainly won't fix a bad diet, poor sleep, or inconsistent training. Most supplements are completely worthless. They're just expensive urine, and some of them can actually be harmful. The supplement industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry built on hype, marketing, and misleading claims. They prey on people's desire for quick fixes and their lack of knowledge about how the human body actually works. Now, I'm not saying all supplements are bad. There are a few that can be beneficial if used correctly. Protein powder, for example, can be a convenient way to increase your protein intake, especially if you're struggling to get enough from whole foods. Creatine is another supplement that has been scientifically proven to increase muscle mass and strength, and magnesium can be helpful for recovery and sleep. But for the most part, you're much better off spending your money on high-quality food, a good night's sleep, and a solid training program. Focus on the basics. Eat a healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and lean protein. Get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Train consistently and intelligently. And if you do decide to supplement, do your research and make sure you're buying from a reputable company. Alright, let's talk about weight. Specifically this obsession with lifting heavier and heavier weights. Now, I love lifting heavy as much as the next guy. There's nothing quite like the feeling of conquering a new personal record. But this idea that more weight always equals more muscle is simply not true. Sure, lifting heavy is essential for building strength, but muscle growth is about more than just how much weight you can lift. It's about tension, control, and time under load. If you're just swinging weights around, using momentum to lift the weight, and your form is all over the place, you're not doing anything but putting yourself at risk for injury. You're not building muscle. You need to focus on the mind-muscle connection. You need to feel the muscle working throughout the entire range of motion. You need to control the weight, not let it control you. Start with a weight that you can lift with good form for 8 to 12 reps. Focus on feeling the muscle working. Control the weight on the way up and the way down. Once you can do 12 reps with good form, then you can think about increasing the weight, but only if you can maintain that same level of control and mind-muscle connection. Remember, it's not about ego, it's about building muscle. And you're not going to build muscle if you're constantly injured because you're trying to lift more weight than you can handle. So, check your ego at the door, focus on the mind-muscle connection, and control the weight. Your muscles will thank you for it. There's a lot of noise in the fitness world, and not all of it is helping you. Let's recap. Soreness isn't the goal. Rest days are essential. Cardio isn't the enemy. Supplements don't replace the basics. And heavier isn't always better. If you ditch these myths, your gains will thank you. Which of these myths did you believe at first? Drop a comment and let's see which one fooled the most people. Subscribe for more no BS fitness advice every week, and let's build real progress together.